Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Noor and thank you so much for joining me in another video. By the way, there is a change in background because I am recording this in the morning and I am enjoying my cup of coffee. So welcome back again to another episode of Books of Change. If you're wondering what is Books of Change is a video series that I had collaborated with Clara, and every week we will choose a book for the theme of the week. As usual, I will put Clara's channel down below so you can check out her channel and also subscribe to her, and I will also put our playlist so you guys can watch those videos right after watching my video. So for this week's theme, it will be about death. More often than not, people take or perceive death as something grim or something of a loss. To me personally, death is a part of life, and I do have my fair share of people that I know, people that I love, passing away and living this life. But more importantly is the things that are left behind by them. I'm not talking about monetary or wealth or material things. I'm talking about the lessons that they had taught us. I think death, of course, it's a very heavy topic to talk about. There is a saying that the day that you are born is the day where you are counting down to your death. And ultimately what you want to do in life and what lessons you want to give to the people around you, the people that you love, ultimately before you die. I could not think of a better book than Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. I have read this. If you guys have seen my January wrap-up, then you guys would know I have read this. Essentially, this is a memoir of Morrie, and Morrie is Mitch Albom's professor. He has a disease that weakens his muscles, and eventually he wouldn't be able to walk or even sit up straight, and his body slowly dying. And so he has that disease, and I believe it's the same disease that Stephen Hawking have. Mitch Albom found out that his professor is dying from the news, and so he went to visit Morrie before he dies. So they set up an appointment every Tuesday where Mitch Albom will go to his house and talk about all the things that is important or that Mitch Albom wanted to know at a point of time. And they have a conversation every Tuesday with Morrie. And there are many topics, many subjects: love, marriage, I think about life, and one of them was about death. But I'm not going to talk about the death aspect. I think in a whole, what Morrie is trying to do before his death is trying to get his knowledge and his lessons out there as much as possible. And he is a professor, so he is really keen in education and really keen in giving life lesson, and really keen in trying to give his last advice before his death. And I feel that it's interesting how even in death, even when he's suffering so much before he passed on, or even in his deathbed, he's always thinking on trying to give the lessons out there to the world. And what other lessons he could give other than being a teacher or being a professor, what other things that he could give to the world. And hence, this is the book that he has presented to the world during his final days. And it's very inspiring because I believe that everybody is kind of afraid of death. It's a thing where you have to go through and you are not really sure when you're gonna die, or when life stops for you. You're not really sure whether or not the things that you are doing is something worth it, something that you are happy about. And you can see from Morrie, he does not think about death per se. To think about, he knows that he's dying and he wants to do as much as he can to teach people and to make sure that the word is out there. It's very inspirational. I am terrified of the idea of death, and it's a very heavy thing to talk about. Even before I die, I'm not talking about death. Even before my death, I want to give as much as I can to the world. I want to impact people's lives. I want to impact as many people as I can, and to make this world a better place. Even how small my actions is, I would want to make it as beneficial as possible, as much as I can in my power, before I end my life and just close it. Through this book, it's kind of a reminder to tell me that even though you are dying, you can still do something. You can still do something, you can still impact somebody's life, even how small it is. I highly recommend you guys reading this book. If you guys have yet to read this book, go and pick it up at the bookstore. It's a very good read, very inspirational. It's fantastic. Yeah. Share with me at the comments down below if you have read anything from each album, or if you have read Tuesdays with Morrie and what you thought about it. And also share with me at the comments down below about any books that you have read that's pertaining to death. It could be one that taught you something, or it could be a story. Share with us down below. I'll be very interested to know. This is like a very heavy topic, but yeah, share with me about your idea about death, what you believe in. It'll be very interesting to know. I think essentially everybody goes through that phase in life where there is life, there is death. So for next week's topic, it will be about reading books that had made us read. If you like this video, then thumbs up. That will be very, very appreciated. Subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next video and in the next episode of Books of Change. Chill out!